We'll start?
Yes, sir.
Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I'll start. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Ravindra Dastikop once again back to IUCEE Webinar. And today I'll be talking about DigiLocker, one of the services given to each of Indian resident by the Indian government. We are all fortunate to live in this digital age, because without which I couldn't have been possible to conduct this webinar at all. See, I'm staying in Dharwad in Karnataka, conducting this webinar so that it can reach to many people in many institutions across India. This is possible only because there is a digital technology underlying this. Realizing the importance of digital technology, Indian government has taken up an initiative called Digital India Project. The project of Digital India aims to create a seamless integration of activities so that Indian government can deliver all its resources to each of the resident directly. And this platform is enabling us to do many of the services. One of them is called DigiLocker. So as a part of its ambitious Digital India project, the Indian government has launched a new service called DigiLocker. DigiLocker is a secure cloud-based platform for storage, sharing, and verification of documents and certificates. Among its objectives include developing a seamless integration among the document for issuers, holders, and requesters. For every resident with valid Aadhaar card, DigiLocker provides a place to store her documents and share it with others electronically. This avoids the process of duplication carrying documents. In this small webinar, I'll be giving an introduction to DigitalLocker provided from the three different perspectives. See, one of the great things about DigiLocker is it is for everybody. Every Indian citizen or resident will need it. And not only that, every institution would need it. And every organization which either creates a document or accepts a document need it. So in this presentation, I will be making a brief introduction to this. So the agenda is very simple. We are a very paper-based organizations today. That means for everything, whether from a documents to a receipt to a more shop bill, we are paper-based. So there are certain challenges associated with this paper-based documents. And what is DigiLocker? How does it solve the above challenges? So let me first include what are the problems that we are facing because we are paper-based. And thereafter, I will list what are the challenges which this DigiLocker will solve. Then finally, who are the stakeholders? That means whom actually the DigitalLocker is aimed at, what is it is developing and who is interested in that. And finally, DigitalLocker is part of a bigger ecosystem where actually a developer can also use it for developing new applications. So the first question is, what is a DigitalLocker? That's what I'm going to answer. So DigiLocker is a secure cloud-based platform for storage, sharing, and verification of documents and certificates. Remember, it's a secure cloud-based. So that means it will be in a data center built by the Indian government. And because it's a cloud-based one, it is accessible from anywhere. And what is its purpose? It is storage, sharing, and verification. It is not just storage, it is sharing and verification. So it is this term verification is very important. We have many other cloud storage devices like Google Drive and Dropbox, but where verification is not possible. And it is one of the key initiative under Digital India program. This already I told you. So this is a document storing, sharing, and verification place. And the next question is, what is the purpose of this? DigiLocker system is acting as a standardized mechanism to issue government documents to Aadhaar holders in electronic and printable format, store them, and make them shareable with various agencies. This is where the value proposition of DigiLocker comes. See, the government of India or your state government as an agency will issue many documents to you. For example, whenever someone is born, he gets a birth certificate. Whenever he gets a matriculation, then he will get a marks card. Whenever he go for a driving license, he will get a document. So this DigitalLocker system will be used as a standardized mechanism to issue. That means from now on, when DigitalLocker implemented, you will not get a driving license as a printed one. You will get this in a digital format. And the second one is actually and printable formats. It is not only in a digital format, that can also be printed. That means to begin with, it is given in an electronic format, but as and when you need it, it can be printed. And the more thing is, it's a shareable with various agencies. Today, for example, suppose you are trying to apply for a visa, passport, then you have to submit many documents. What we normally do is actually we go with the print, Xerox copies of that. So that is not needed. Since government is issuing this document, say for example, your marks card by SLC examination board, and it is the passport which is another government office asking, it is possible using the DigitalLocker system to share them. And what is the benefit? This allows government issued documents to be moved into electronic form and made available in real-time access in a set of digital repository. That means suppose your college is asking a newly admitted student his 10th or 12th marks card, then he's not giving you a Xerox copy of that. He will give you access to his digital account, DigiLocker account, through which actually you can access. So this is the value proposition of DigiLocker. Then the next question comes like, as an individual or a citizen of India, what does DigiLocker do to me? This is called resident. So each one of us are resident of India. So for each one of us, DigiLocker is a service which is available. It is a dedicated personal storage space linked to each of the residents' Aadhaar number. So one of the crucial and a very critical aspect of this, unless you have an Aadhaar card, you cannot have a digital account on a DigiLocker. So it's a storage space which is given, which is linked to your Aadhaar number. DigiLocker can be used to securely store e-documents as well as uniform resource identifier link of documents issued by various issuer departments. I will tell you what is this issuer department. So you can have a e-document itself, that means something like a passport given by that, or you can also a URI. What it means is the link will be given, the document will be stored somewhere in the office of the issuer, and whenever you click on that, either you or somebody else can see that. And there is an additional thing which is very beautiful, e-sign facility. Many a times we have this problem. Even if you have a Xerox copy of my document, it means attestation. That means some gazetted officer has to sign that. So the DigiLocker system actually overcomes this. What it does is actually, whatever document that you have stored on your DigiLocker can be e-signed by yourself. Since it is an account which is linked to your Aadhaar card, which actually verified your existence. Now, whatever you sign actually will be taken as an authenticated because it is coming from an official DigiLocker account. Now that if you want to access this one, the Indian government has created a website that is actually http digilocker.government.in. So if you want to create an account, all that you need is a Aadhaar card and you can start with. Why do you want to create it? Because it will give you a space so that actually you can store your document. The other advantages, any new document issued to you from now onwards will be directly given to you and it will be stored in your DigiLocker. What is the another advantage? You can actually upload your documents and e-sign them and submit to others. That is valid. And what is the another advantage? You can actually share those documents with other people. Any question at this point of time? Sridhar? Any questions?
No questions, sir.
Okay, so now that I've established what is DigiLocker, let me give you the reason why we are developing this or why Indian government is doing this. The reason why we need is this: documents mostly prevalent in physical form, leading to huge administrative overhead. Say whenever I want to go for an interview or whenever I'm a placement officer in my college, so whenever there's a campus hiring, the students have to bring all the marks card from 10th, 12th and all the 7th or 8th semester they have to go. So this happens because the documents are in the physical format. And not only that, even at the end of the day, suppose a company like TCS and others, they select about 200 or 300 students, then they have to collect all the biodata and other details and they have to carry it. So this is an administrative problem which will come in the existing system. The second one, challenge to residents in submitting multiple physical copies to documents. Anybody who has applied for a job or anybody who has applied for a kind of a passport and all knows that whenever you want to apply, you have to give multiple copies, 8 copies, 10 copies, and so on and so forth. So this not only causes inconvenience to you, it also consumes a lot of paper, and any paper consumption would mean you are cutting trees somewhere, and that would actually add up to the pollution. So challenge is, and the third one is, even if you submit those documents, there's a verification challenge. How do the authority know that you have actually submitted the Xerox copy of an original document? That needs either attestation or verification. So all these problems are overcome by DigiLocker. So what's the first challenge? Document is on physical form. What is the second challenge? Submission of multiple copies. What is the third challenge? Sharing of physical documents, because you have to keep it in your office or in your almirah. And if there is a disaster like volcano or huge rains and all, then maintaining is a big problem. And offices, in offices, you need a special space for this. And finally, even if you maintain them, then there is a challenge of verifying the authenticity of that. So the whole purpose of DigiLocker is to create a paperless governance. What it means this, by creating a DigiLocker, what Indian government is planning, that it want to do everything without a paper. That means a birth certificate is to be issued to you, it will be issued to your DigiLocker system. So that means it will avoid the printing and our things. At a resident level, at our level, what it means is you don't have to worry about collecting documents, bringing them, carrying them, or storing at a home, or giving a special almirah for that. All those things are not there. So the fundamental objective is to create a paperless governance and paperless individual with documents. And how does it solve? Here in the picture, you see that the first thing is it eliminates physical documents. There is no question of printed documents at all. So that means you save paper, you save effort, you save space and other things. Legacy documents can be uploaded. The question might arise in your mind, see, I'm already a 50-year or so 60-year-old person, how many documents which is already given, how will government will manage this? So the idea is very simple. If you already have a passport given to you, that is called a legacy document that can be scanned and uploaded to your document. So onto your DigiLocker, available anywhere, anytime. So suppose you are in a train, then the TC wants to see a copy of some document which authenticates you as a person, then you can open your Digi account and show it to him. And authentic by e-sign, that means even if you want to share a document with somebody else, then you can make a signature and give it to them. That means the e-signature. And easy sharing online. So a document can be shared with many people. For example, your employer or your landlord or your civil agencies and all. So these are the features of DigiLocker, which will solve our other problems which are related to paper-based documents. Then it is obvious, most of us actually are already into cloud. We are using Gmail, we are using Google Docs, we are using Dropbox. And the question will come in your mind like, now that I already have a Dropbox and other things, why do I need DigiLocker? What is the idea behind DigiLocker when the Indian government has created? The question is very valid and the answer is this. Now you must be wondering, we already have closed storage devices like Dropbox, Google Drive, why do we need one more? The answer is very straightforward. DigiLocker is a cloud service to avail government services. That means you need a passport, DigiLocker is the best way to get it. You want a driving license, and this is the best place to get it. So Google Docs and Dropbox will not help you to go get those documents in a digital format, which can be used for personal storage also. The main advantage of DigiLocker over public cloud storage devices is that DigiLocker documents can be shared by various institutions. For example, what it means is, suppose the passport is given to you and it is in a digital format in your DigiLocker system, that can be given to an authority when you are applying for a visa. So this is not possible with Google Docs or Dropbox. And these agencies could be anything, government, financial, educational, which are registered under DigitalLocker. So I will tell you, what are the different applications of DigitalLocker. But the fundamental thing is that you have a place where government can issue your documents. You have a place from where you can share with others. Mobile application is also available. I told you, suppose you are in a travel and you want to show a particular document, you can open that account and show it to other people. So any question at this point of time? Sridhar?
No, sir. Shall we launch that poll?
Oh. Pardon, sir?
Shall we launch the poll for 1 minute?
Yes, sir. You can launch it. Yeah, please. So we have just launched the audio poll. where actually you can tell us whether you already have a DigiLocker account or not.
Someone is asking, can I open the DigiLocker account myself? If yes, how? Is Aadhaar card number the key?
I will tell you how to open an account. I will tell you over the in next few minutes, sir. Yes.
So 5% have said yes and 95% have said no, sir.
Okay, so I'll start again.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so welcome back once again. See, the DigiLocker system, when it was created, it has three distinct audiences in mind. So because it has to cover the entire Indian people, so it has three distinct things. The first one is called issuer. Issuer is any government agency which will issue a document in the electronic format. For example, I told you a passport office or a birth certificate agency or a marriage certificate agency. Anybody who issue a document to an Indian resident is an issuer. So this has a different meaning for you also. For example, see, suppose your college is an autonomous or a university, then you can also become an issuer. So you don't have to print your marks cards and give it on a convocation day. You can actually use a DigitalLocker system in which each student has an account of his own, and you become an issuer, and at the end of certain day or at the end of the course, you can issue marks cards or any transcripts directly to them. So any agency which creates a document and gives to its audiences is called an issuer. It could be an education institution, university, or a passport office and others. Requester, this is an important. So what exactly happens is, for example, suppose you are running an institution like engineering college and you have to take an admission of new students. Traditionally, what happens is actually you ask students to come with the application and all the marks cards together. So now it is not required. So for example, you can request, suppose he already DigitalLocker accounts the student has, and he has got all the documents like 10th, 12th marks cards from their issuing agencies and stored in there. You can request them. That means just using a link, you can click on that and start using that. That means you don't have to ask your students or a prospective student to send the marks cards in a physical form. You can request by requesting. There's a procedure for that, but it's very simple. And the third resident is actually, third stakeholder is resident like I and you who can create an account. So in a DigitalLocker system, there are three stakeholders. The one you create an account, that is called resident. One who actually issues document like government agency or like a CBSE school or a registration office or income tax department. Or the requester, like somebody who want to see your document. For example, tomorrow you go to bank and apply for education loan. They will ask you show your Aadhaar card. Then you don't have to show the physical document. You can say I have a Digi account, Locker account, and then actually I can show it to you. That is called requester. So now that I've told you the audiences, now I will talk about the different components of a given DigiLocker system. Repository is a collection of e-documents which are uploaded by the issuer in a standard format and exposing to a set of standard APIs for secure real-time search and access. So whenever a particular department decides that it will issue the documents in a digital format, they become an issuer. So the list of all such departments in the government, for example, I told you passport or education department, CBSE, that is actually called repository, means list of departments which are issuing document to a DigitalLocker. Access gateway is a point where actually a issuer get connected to a requester. Suppose you want to verify the background of a particular person and you want to check his passport and other documents, then there is a gateway through which actually you can reach them. And URI is the link to the D document. Many a times, in the digital format, we don't actually give you a document, we give you a link to that. So that is called URI. And the gateway will identify the address. That means, we have a DNS server which will convert your URL into a particular location and fetch that document. So the first thing is all the issuing authorities will create what is known as a repository where you know who is issuing what document. And secondly, you have a gateway to which actually you can reach, and you will reach a particular document using an URI. And the third component is DigitalLocker. It's a dedicated personal storage space which is given to a user to securely store your e-documents. Security means I will tell you what are the security mechanisms are implemented in, and to store your URI link to your documents, and to e-sign online documents. Suppose you upload a personal document. For example, you have won a particular competition and you want to submit that certificate. Again, that is not given by government in a digital format, but you can upload after scanning it and it becomes digital. Then you can certify by giving the e-signature to that. And the next one is DigitalLocker portal. That means there's a web address which I've already shown you, digitallocker.gov.in, where actually it acts as a portal so that you can go there and create your account. Dashboard for providing real-time transactions and volumes. What it means is it will show you on the left side how many people have created the account and how many people have uploaded. So in the components category, we have repository, dashboard, DigitalLocker portal, and yes. So the next one is features of DigiLocker. What are the features which actually help users in using day-to-day purposes? The first one is when you create a DigiLocker account, you will get 10 MB space so that you can upload your documents. So dedicated 10 MB personal space linked to each resident's Aadhaar card. Sharing of secured e-documents. Whatever the document that you create there or upload there, they can be shared. Currently accessible via web portal will be made accessible through mobile application also. Now it's already come. Integrated e-sign service facility to sign documents. What is known as attestation. That means you upload a document which is not given by any issuing authority, then you can self-sign on that, self-authentication. So these are the features. You have a space, you have an ability to upload, you have ability to share, and you also ability to e-sign them. Any question at this point of time? No. Any questions, sir? Okay. So now the next question is, how does DigitalLocker work actually? That means now that features are given, how does it work? To sign, if you want to create a DigitalLocker account, you have to have an Aadhaar card. To sign up for the DigitalLocker, you need to have a valid Aadhaar number registered with Aadhaar. So that means you should have Aadhaar card and you also should have a phone which is linked to that, your mobile. Please type your Aadhaar number in the box against this. That means we have to go to that website called digilocker.gov.in. There it gives sign up. The moment you sign up, you click on this, you will get that. And you will be given two options to use authentication. Either you can use OTP, that is one-time password, or you can use a fingerprint. See, since India is a huge country and the people, the literacy level of people will be different, it has given two options. If you are illiterate, then you can use your mobile as an OTP to get a one-time password. Or if you are illiterate, then you can use your fingerprint and all. So both options are given to the end user. So you can choose one of this either through a mobile or through your fingerprint. So the moment you clicking, you get an OTP. OTP, that means one-time password. Then once you enter that, your account is created. Okay, it will validate your option. So in case you have an Aadhaar card and your number is not registered, then you have to go through the process and get it done. And if you use a fingerprint, then you need an additional device to create that. So you have to go to that address http digilocker.gov.in. Now that I have shown you, how does it work? See, look at in the middle, there are citizens. So they will upload their documents to here. On the left side, you see there is an issuer. An issuer could be anything, your college or your university or a transportation office which gives you a passport, the driving license and all. On the right side, you have a requester. Requester is somebody who would like to see your documents. Say, for example, during passport, somebody would like to see your 10th marks card. So he's a requester. And all this will happen on a digital platform. So your DigiLocker becomes a kind of a focal point. So to upload your document, get your document from issuer, and a place to share your document with the requester. So the fundamental question that as a person you will ask is, how will it actually going to help me? The answer is very simple. It will minimize the use of physical documents and will provide authenticity of e-documents. From now onwards, once you create, you don't have to carry any document. Any document issued by the government will be available in your DigiLocker. You just go there and give a printout of that after e-signing it so that people can use. Even that printout is not needed if the requester also has a DigiLocker account and you can share with them. It will provide a secure access to government issued documents. What it means is, since the logging in to DigiLocker system is through your Aadhaar number and then one-time password, it is very secure. That means other person cannot access it at all. It will also reduce administrative overhead. We know that Every time somebody submits a document, the office has to maintain it. And if you have visited any government office, often, then you see that there is tons of paper which is stored around those people who are doing those clerical and official jobs. So that will be eliminated because the documents are available directly. So what are the other advantages? Today we have become very mobile. So these are the advantages it will come. Print anytime from anywhere. That means if you want to document for some submission, then you can print it using your mobile or any computer device, just logging into your DigiLocker system. Convenience, because you don't have to carry and you don't have to worry. Free of cost. Since it's a government service, it is free for any Indian resident. Shareable, not only that you can print and access your documents, you can also share with other people. Just send a link, people will use that. Verifiable. Unlike in Google Docs and other things, these documents are verified because they are given by the government and you are e-authenticated them. And they are secure. And how their security is maintained, that I will show you in another. Look at here. This is what the whole ecosystem looks like. On the left side, you see issuers, certified repository, and the gateways on the right side, and there's a requester, and you have a personal locker. So personal lockers are the DigiLocker for maintaining and uploading your documents. So the next thing is, what are the benefits? DigiLocker system will speed up the process of application and certification, such as birth, marriage, and domicile certificate. That means you don't have to go and apply for that and wait for 3 days and then collect that. This will make very smooth and seamless integration. You apply digitally because you are using your DigiLocker. You will get it digitally because it will be issued to your DigiLocker system. The user agencies will be authorized to access the documents by the owner of DigitalLocker. That means suppose you are renting a house in a new town and the owner will ask you for some kind of a proof of your authenticity, then you can use your DigitalLocker system and share that link to with the owner or the apartment owner, apartment manager, and he will verify it. Also, the local bodies issuing these documents can push these documents in digital form directly into DigitalLocker of the individual, which will eliminate the issue of fake documents. See, for example, you go for a birth certificate of your kid. So they don't give you a paper-based document. They will ask the DigitalLocker number of you or your kid, and they will move that. So that means there is no question of fake documents being created at all, because they will directly come to your account. This will greatly benefit people who find it difficult to have proper storage physical documents. So most of us may be fortunately having enough space to store a document. But suppose you're in a remote village, or if you are in a area where prone to droughts, or it is like rains, heavy rains and floods and all, then these paper documents will get destroyed. That is not to be worried in a DigitalLocker system. This will enhance the safety of documents during the national disaster like floods and fire, etc. Hassle-free registration can be done with SIM card, LPG collection, and DL. So even if you want to open a DigitalLocker system, all that you need is an Aadhaar card and other things. So any question at this point of time?
No, sir.
Okay, so let me start. How to use DigitalLocker system. So I told you there are 3 distinct audiences for which it is meant. So let us start with the most popular one, resident or a user. So in order to sign up for a DigitalLocker system, a resident should have his Aadhaar number. Before signing up for the DigitalLocker, it is necessary that your mobile number is linked to your Aadhaar card number using this UIDAI website. Enter your Aadhaar number in the login field. A one-time password is given to you, and that can be used for registration, the whole process. Once this KYC is successful. So let me tell you what is this KYC. So the Indian government is building a digital India. The first requirement of that is every citizen should be identified. Okay, and this is what they need, call KYC. That means electronic format to know your customer. K stands for know, Y for you, and customer. So this has a wide application. For example, when you go to a shop and if you want to identify yourself, you become a customer. But suppose you go to a bank and if you have to identify, then you become a customer who is creating an account. And somebody comes and joins your college, and if he produces these documents, then becomes your customer, but he becomes your student. So this is what it is. So somebody asked me like how to create an account. This is what it is. So you go to this digilocker.government.in and you can actually try it on your another screen. So you go there and you can do it anytime. So once the account is created, it takes just less than 3 minutes for you to do that, and you can upload your documents. You can see the way you see in Google Docs or Dropbox. It's very straightforward thing. What is e-sign facility? E-sign service is an easy, efficient, and secure way to digitally signing an electronic document. What it actually means is, suppose you uploaded a document which is not issued by anybody, so then you can authenticate that, or you can attest, self-attest using this e-sign facility. So I told you how a resident can use that. Means most more than 1 billion people can use that by just going to that website. The next one is the Digital India Institute is making every department and every institution to compulsorily issue documents in a digital format. So any agency or any department or any state government organization or agency which issues a document is called issuer. An issuer needs to register on DigitalLocker system to get unique issuer ID. That means, suppose your college would like to use this facility to issue your marks cards and other documents or TC or transfer certificate and all, you have to register first. Once ID is assigned, issuer can upload the documents in a standard format. For example, if you are issuing your all marks card and transcripts, they must be uploaded using what is known XML format. Each document uploaded will have a unique URI and comprising. For example, if there are 100 students, there will be 100 marks cards, and each marks card will be in a digital format, and that will have a special URI. And a student is that document is moved to that student because you have linked the document to a particular Aadhaar card. What is URI? URI is like a uniform resource identifier. That means it's like a web address which takes you to a particular document. Technical steps to become a registered issuer. Assume that you are working for a government organization or a university, and if you decide to become an issuer, then you have to create a repository. What it means is you have to create those documents like marks cards or transfer certificates and all, generate URIs for that, and develop APIs. This I will tell you, and test them, and then final register as a issuer and integrate with DL. That means you have to convert your mechanism of issuing paper documents into digitally issuing documents. So what you need a document repository. That means all documents, whether it's marks card or TC or any other document, certificate should be in a digital format, and Aadhaar seeding. That means those documents should be linked to the Aadhaar number of those students or those people, and digital signature. That there must be a signature attested, given by the institution, which confirms that this student belongs to our college. We are issuing this document, and this is the Aadhaar card number. So this is what the architecture would look like. So on the left side there is Aadhaar number and electronic signature, and there are shared repositories dedicated. These are all the cloud-based organization. The third one is requester. So now resident is an individual who will who will use DigitalLocker to store his documents. Issuer is a person who gives or shares all created document to the resident in using a DigitalLocker. So many occasions we have to conduct transaction. We go to bank and create an account. In that case, somebody will that bank becomes a requester who will seek my permission to see my documents given by an issuer. A requester needs to first register with Access Gateway to onboard DigitalLocker system. That means a bank has to register with this Indian government to become a requester, so that anytime a new customer comes, they can ask his documents stored on DigitalLocker. A requester can use documents URI to securely retrieve documents from the repository through an Access Gateway. For example, college can ask its students to give their URI of their documents so they can verify. Our passport office can do that. So these are the steps that you have to come. You have to create a DigitalLocker account for each one of the user and start accessing them. So this will simplify your process. That means the entire admission process can be completed, say, in a day or two, because everything is digitally accessible and they are all verified. So this is a workflow. I am sure that you can see. See, for example, if you are an online admission system, then instead of asking people to submit the paper documents, you can see on the left side on the first rectangle, there is an option where it says submit your DigiLocker document. So if the student gives you access or permission, then you can retrieve all the documents from 10th, 12th or other documents directly from that, and you store it onto your servers so that they can be, even storing is not needed because URI will verify that. So these steps I will cover in another webinar because it is little technical, but all that you should remember is if your institution want to use DigiLocker to collect documents from your stakeholders like students or faculty or visiting people and all, you can use that. There is a straightforward procedure for that. So when DigiLocker is created, a resident will create an account, issuer will issue documents, and requester will seek those permission to seek documents. What will happen? It will happen in a very ideal condition. All companies will have access to website in a later stage. That means everybody will come to DigiLocker platform to verify the documents. They can verify the details given by the client. So I apply for a job, say in a particular IT company, they don't ask me any paper-based document. They will seek my Aadhaar card and access those documents from DigiLocker once I permitted them. Client do not have to carry physical documents. It will like checking PAN, other cards. Person will not be bound with any physical boundaries. His document can be verified from anywhere to anyone. You can upload all your documents online for safekeeping. The service will be free. That means it will not cost you. The next step, any certificate, degree and all, you can either get it issued by the agency, and if they are ready for that, then you can always upload and e-sign that. Any question at this point of time?
After becoming a member in DigiLocker, how the earlier documents will be uploaded and how authentication can be done?
Okay, I will answer this question straight away. See, once you create an account on the digital dashboard, which I will show you just after this. I will show you. Okay. Resident account. So there is something called dashboard. This section is the first page you see when you log in and shows you summary of all your documents. So when it says summary, there are three types of documents that you have done. So there is a issued documents by the government, and there is an uploaded document, and the documents that you already shared with others. So the question somebody asked, like, how do you upload a document? There is a provision. So when you go to a dashboard, then you go to documents, you say upload option is there. There you have to key it, click there. So it is like uploading a document to say Facebook or uploading a picture to a video to YouTube. So it's a very straightforward procedure. Once you click there, it will be automatically uploaded. You have to select that document. And issued documents, these are the documents issued by the government, like birth certificate, marriage certificate, or your passport and other things. Upload documents that you upload. It could be a certificate which you have won in a particular competition, or it could be a certificate that you have won in a sports event. This can be uploaded. And it also shows you the shared documents. It also maintains a history for you. That means I shared this document with passport office, say in 2007. I've shared this document with somebody in this 2014. That and activity it also shows. That means what are the document, what activities that you have, how many documents you uploaded, how many you have shared, have continued to share with them. All those things will be shown. Issuers. That means these are the, I told you, the government agencies which will issue documents on a digital format. What are the benefits? Citizens can access their digital documents anytime. It reduces administrative overhead. It's already repetition. Self-uploaded documents can be e-signed. That means if you upload a document, for example, an income tax certificate that you have created or you have got from your organization, and then you can actually e-certify that. One of the things in the cloud computing is security. So if I upload a document, what will happen to that? Will it be safe? Will somebody will see that document, or will somebody will actually snatch the document? The government of India has taken a lot of care for that. And you look at this, DigiLocker is a safe and secure to use. We are talking about all precautionary measures to ensure your data is protected and uncompromised. Please find the list of security measures that have been taken. They use a 256-bit SSL encryption. So that means every document, when it is uploaded, it is encrypted format. That means somebody cannot access. Even if you access, he cannot make out a sense which document is this, whom does it belong to. biometrics based mobile and authentication. So every time somebody will seek the document, then it is they will ask for the fingerprint or mobile OTP. So this makes system very secure and prevents any chance of unauthorized access. It is practically impossible to access a document in your DigiLocker without your permission or any other means. And not only that, the DigitalLocker is actually ISO 2001 certified data center. So the place where actually Indian government stores our document is called a data center, and this is a common thing in cloud computing. And this data center itself is a ISO certified. That means all the security mechanisms from physical security to programming and the environmental security, they have taken care. And they also have a data redundancy in case your document is stored on a particular mission and it so happens that there is a flood in that. To avoid such kind of a thing or to overcome that kind of a thing, there's a data redundancy. That means multiple copies of your documents are stored on multiple machines, so that if one machine fails, you will always get that. And it also timed logout. That means if you open a DigiLocker account and you forget to log out, then after a certain time it gets automatically logged out. That means nobody can access over the next few minutes. So now that we have a DigiLocker system in place, what would happen? Then what would happen in future? National role of DigitalLocker system, they want every Indian to start using DigiLocker. So they are making some kind of a promotion. Identification of agencies and departments to be onboarded. That means an engineering college can become a nodal center to promote, so that every student is creating this account and all those things are developing. I mean, they are actually happening. So if you want to create an account, I told you, then kindly go to this link and you will see something there, sign up, and you just can create them. Now I have to tell you something more. DigiLocker looks like a single service, but it is part of a bigger Indian ambition. We know that Indian is undergoing what is known as a digital movement. That means everything will be stored on digital format. So we all have Aadhaar. So the purpose of Aadhaar is actually presence-less identification. That means the moment you give an Aadhaar card to somebody or you submit it on a digital format, so the Aadhaar server will check and say whether you are the person who are claiming you to be. So you don't have to personally go there. Okay. Now the next step is actually DigiLocker, which is paperless. That means when you want to submit a document to somebody, then you don't have to worry about you giving a physical document and authenticate it. It is paperless. So now we have presence-less authentication. That means it will verify that you are a person who you are claiming to be. And it also allows you paperless sharing of documents, where actually it shows that your documents, what you have submitted, actually are authentic. And we also have above things like cashless payment and consented. These are the two things that I will cover later. So if you are a developer, then actually there's a lot scope for participating in DigiLocker. It provides you what is known as application programming interfaces, which you can use and develop your own application. For example, if you want to use DigiLocker in a different ways for your educational institution, then you can use these APIs to do that thing. So conclusion is this: DigiLocker will become an indispensable part of every Indian resident. And you've got to create it and start using it. Create an account and start using it. Explore the possibility of using it as an issuer also if you are working in an engineering college or an institution. So you just bring this idea to the mind of your management and all. So once you become an issuer, then you don't have to waste paper, you don't have to print them, you don't have to laminate them, and that can be done from your perfect. So any questions? Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, sir.
How can it be implemented for a private autonomous institution?
It's very simple, sir. Actually, if you go to this website I showed you, DigiLocker, under below that actually there is a link called FAQs. So all that you have to do is you have to go on FAQs, and this is there is one question which says how my institution can become a issuer. So you click on that, you will get an email ID. You send an email ID from the official email ID of your institution, like principal and all. They will respond back to you. Any other question? See, this is the home page. I think everybody is seeing. Now, if you go to the FAQ here, down there, you'll see here, and I will show you how can I sign up for a DigitalLocker. This is an individual. What are the issued documents? How will be issued in DigitalLocker system? And you can see like, I think you are seeing this. Sridhar, can you see this issuer or requester?
It's coming a little delayed.
Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Issuer and requester, and there is a link. My organization want to issue document certificates using DigitalLocker. Are you seeing this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's the answer. You click on that, it will show you all these things, and apply accordingly using your official email of your institution. You will get it. Any other questions, sir?
What is the IT infrastructure required for implementing?
See, this is a cloud-based thing, so there is nothing you need in your institutional part. All that you need is internet connection. For example, it's like using Google Docs now. You don't need anything from your side. All that you need internet connection and a device to connect it. It could be your mobile, or it could be your server, or it could be your desktop.
What is the authenticity of uploaded document, as one can upload fake one?
No. See, there is a three stages of authentication. See, for example, what happens actually? See, now you have a registered account in DigitalLocker. That means, as a person, your authentication is verified by the Indian government because UIDIA. And secondly, now you only have logged in. So that means, as an individual with a mobile device, it shows that you have only uploaded your document. Now that two things are confirmed. So now that if you upload any document which is a fake, then you are immediately in a spot of worry, because you cannot anonymously upload a document and verify, because it's your account, your document, you signed it. That means it has to be correct. Secondly, since it is coming from a particular Aadhaar account, the verification is taken care, so you don't have to worry about that.
Can we see or download students' documents available on DigiLocker?
Yes. See, suppose you are a requester, and if you have a institutional request granted by the DigitalLocker, then not only you can see, I told you there is a dashboard which is this document shared with you, document shared by you with others. All those things are shown. In fact, I will conduct one more session sometime later where an institution can use this DigitalLocker for their purposes. Yeah.
Yes, so those are the questions.
Okay, then. Shall I close?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.